It's time for SideScrollers from ScrewAttack with your hosts, Stuttering Craig.
Die.
Chad.
I'm not having any fun. The plot's gone all to hell, and any second now, the outro's probably gonna come in and cut us off from whatever we're.
And Professional Jared.
I hope your pretty little hands aren't tired, because you're gonna make me a coat hanger.
And now, broadcasting from the World ScrewAttack headquarters in Dallas, Texas, it's the SideScrollers.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. What's going on, everybody? Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig.
I'm Chad.
And I'm Jared.
Ready to bitch slap the internet with a brand new ScrewAttack. What is going on, everybody? Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. And good to see you.
You are energetic this morning.
Ready to rock, man.
All right.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
We got a big week this week, as always. A huge week. I would like to say that this is probably the biggest week in ScrewAttack history. Because,
really?
we just
website launch
we
wasn't
just
big
launched a big week. This is the first full week of the website, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be looking at us going, so what's the difference about this ScrewAttack than the previous ScrewAttack?
Well, you'll find out.
Well, you need to go to the new ScrewAttack and find out, because we've been bitch slapping for 4, 5, 6 days now. It's been great. Just everywhere, left and right, everywhere. Websites coming at us. It's been good. Anyways.
Websites coming at us.
Yeah, that's right. They'd be like, what's up with this new ScrewAttack? We'll be like, bam! It was great. So anyways, talking to you, IGN. Talking to you, GameSpot.
Oh, God.
Coming up to you guys. But in the ScrewAttack flavor. Anyways, so I don't even know what I'm talking about today.
you don't.
I know.
I'm just
rambling.
I'm just going. All right.
All incomprehensible.
That's been SideScroller since 5.5 years ago. It's just been incomprehensible ramble. All right. So on the site this week, man, do we have? Thursday is the day. I can't wait. It's a great video. It's Call of Duty in real life. While at Call of Duty XP, we had a really cool experience of playing a little paintball, or at least I did. A little paintball with on the scrapyard map, and we turned it into a real life Call of Duty experience. And I look forward to sharing that with you guys on Thursday. Ben did a great job editing that. Also, we have some great Advantage content on the way. Speaking of, today is the first day of SideScrollers Extended Cut. So after SideScrollers today, Jared's like, damn.
As we're just remembering this right now.
I got to do a little more editing. So today's the first day of SideScrollers Extended Cut. So an extra few minutes after the podcast, let's say 10 or so, however long it takes to chit-chat about cool stuff. So So big week this week. If you're not an Advantage member of ScrewAttack, you can go sign up, and you get 0 ads in front of videos and on the website. It's really, really great. And if you're watching on YouTube and you don't like watching ads in front of your stuff on YouTube, you're gonna see the exact same stuff on ScrewAttack, just with no ads and super cheap. That's all I'm saying. All right, so that's internet, and that's ScrewAttack, and that's my shill for right now.
That's the internet. And that's the internet.
All right, right now it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for
Hard News.
All the day's news from this past week. It's time for
Hard News. So we're gonna talk a little.
We are kicking ass in SideScrollers today.
All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit, a lot of Nintendo talk. But before we get into that, let's get into sexism.
Oh,
Okay.
I like sex.
It's always a little fun.
Sism.
What?
I like sexism. It's hilarious
I want
to
you
me.
to think about what you just said.
Listen, 2 weeks ago, I asked people to dress like a fucking hurricane, so so whatever. You know?
All right. Point to Craig. Okay, well, as previously reported on Hard News, the development version of Dead Island was accidentally released onto PC, and people started digging through the code on through Steam on the PC version of Dead Island. And one of the characters in there, her name is Perna. She has an ability called Gender Wars, which allows her to do additional damage to male characters.
Okay.
But according to the development code, the original name for Gender Wars was Feminist Whore.
Let's just be honest. Who hasn't? No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. No, that's interesting
So I
news.
assume a bunch of people are raging.
Yeah, people found this, and needless to say, some people were upset. And developer Techland has responded by saying that they're trying to find the person responsible for it. Apparently, it was a developer joke during
Yeah.
crunch time of the game that somehow managed to make its way into the final version that people dug up.
Go ahead.
I was like, and they're making games. People have fun. Whenever you're working or whatever, you joke around with people. You know, that developers do that shit all the time. They're gonna joke around. It sucks that it got released, but like, I think it was an honest, harmless joke. You know, like, people need to calm down.
Here's the thing about political correctness. It sucks. And there's a lot of people who go out of their way to be politically correct. And stuff you hear about or stuff you don't hear about that goes on at the ScrewAttack office is not politically correct, very much so. And, we're not gonna apologize about that by any means, but I understand that when you're a giant company like, Techland, yeah. I guess they're a giant company. I've never heard of them before.
They've done games.
Yeah? What are the
They've done
games?
Call of Juarez.
Okay, all right. Which Brian knows is really great. Anyways, so, I think it's funny. Do I think it's unfortunate that it got out? Yeah, but I think anybody who says that you need to be politically correct needs to look in the mirror and realize that they are probably not politically. If you go around and you're politically correct, you're the most boring person in the world. That's just the truth, And you can come down and say, "Oh, that's not right to say. You're not politically correct," or I'm very politically correct. Well, you're boring. It's true. That's how I see it. How do you guys see it?
So what you're saying is you're only interesting if you are sexist and racist?
No, nobody said that. Nobody said that. But I'm just saying that jokes like this happen all the time. It sucks. Are some people going to be upset about it? Yeah. But you know what's going to happen is Techland's going to say, we're going to search and find who this is. And they're going to search and find who it is until people forget about the story. And then they're going to have a little giggle about it.
Even going further into that, they're doing this about a character that they created with an ability that they created. They can call it whatever they want. Maybe that character in that developer's mind was a feminist whore.
It's true.
I'm not saying, is it for all women in the game that have that ability, or is it just
It's just that one character.
Well, so, okay, what is your thoughts on this, Jared? Because you look like you have, I don't know. You're just looking on with the look.
The look?
I've seen your look before. The look of,
So I disagree with Craig, like?
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay, well, why?
Oh, it's just been releasing any product that has any sort of sexism or racism or anything like that. When it doesn't appeal to everybody, it's going to piss people off. You shouldn't have that in there at all.
But that wasn't meant to be. It was a joke internally. It accidentally got passed through.
Sometimes jokes hurt, Craig.
Okay. All right.
That's what I've learned in reading in a business setting, especially this office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that even the little bit of sexual harassment or whatever can really, even when it's just a joking, playful manner, it'll hurt someone.
Sorry, you got that fucking gritty. You said sexual harassment, and Craig's like, should I mess with him right now?
No. I was just gonna give you a little Tinder touch.
See, there it is.
No, see, that's the thing. I understand what you're saying. I absolutely understand what you're saying. But at the same time, yeah, it's unfortunate it went through. But at the same time, I'm not condoning sexism. I'm not condoning racism. You're a bigot if you're racist. Whatever. You can say however you want. But at the end of the day, it's okay to have a little fun. Is this maybe taking it to an extent that probably shouldn't have been done? Sure, but you can't tell me that little insight here, right? Lauren is here. I called her a 17-year-old boy because she has a huge appetite. Is that sexist? Is that just inappropriate? Should I have not have said that? Because
no, I don't think that's
nothing about that is sexist, not remotely.
Well, okay.
If you had said, it's lunchtime, shouldn't you be making us all sandwiches? That would have been horrible.
Okay, but with that said, how many times have we said that when Corey was here? How many times? How many times was it said?
Well, myself personally, none.
Well, I'm just saying, and you know what? She was able to laugh about it. I'm not saying we need to laugh about this, but I'm saying that, sometimes if you have any sort of sense of humor, you can giggle about it,
We'll see. We've been on this forever, so.
So next story. Hey, Craig, how's your 3DS going?
It's going fine.
Playing it at all?
I played Super Mario Brothers this past weekend.
Oh, the original?
Yeah.
The NES ones?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, it was rumored before, but now it's absolutely confirmed. You guys have probably seen this already. The 3DS is going to be getting an add-on which gives it an additional analog stick onto the right side of the system.
It makes it look ridiculous.
A little bit, yeah. It's like Game Gear
Yeah,
size.
it does look like a Game Gear, yeah.
Kind of. Like if you take out the top screen, it looks like a Game Gear. But anyway, the reason that this whole analog stick is coming out is specifically because there is a brand new Monster Hunter game coming for the 3DS, which I am a huge Monster Hunter fan. And they're adding the analog stick on there for better camera control. They did say you can play the game without the additional stick, but they're releasing on there as a quote-unquote secret weapon for some players to have a little bit of an edge when hunting monsters online. Needless to say, people are upset because they feel like this is like their way to fix the 3DS because it wasn't ready in time, or why they didn't include the analog stick in the first place, or how long before we get the remodel with the analog stick built in and crap like that.
That probably will happen.
Well, I'm sure. Like when there I cannot think of a console except maybe the original Xbox that hasn't had some sort of hardware revision.
You know, I thought your punchline on Hard News was like perfect in terms of what you said about releasing upgrades or as like DLC, kind of like the
hardware patches.
Yeah, hardware patches where this is kind of what should have been done in the first place, or Wii Motion Plus for the Wii is what should have been done in the first place. You know, I think that's a great analogy. You know, but yeah, there hasn't been. You know, even the original NES saw an upgrade. You know, the top loader. So this isn't.
Yeah,
this isn't.
They done it
new
with
news.
NES, Super Nintendo. The N64 curiously didn't, although they
No,
had
did.
the 4
Expansion
megabyte
pack.
RAM expansion.
Yep, had the RAM expansion. Bingo.
GameCube, I guess not really, aside from like the broadband adapter and Game Boy Advance player.
I was gonna say, and letting it play Game Boy. Nah.
Even the Genesis had 3 different versions.
Yep.
You
And
know,
look how
so-
many add-ons had done that.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, this. Look, people are like, rah, rah, rah.
Okay, so a lot of the consoles obviously done it. So should we actually be realistically upset about this, or should something like this be expected?
Anytime you buy a console and you're one of the first to buy a console, guess what? You're probably going to end up buying something else for that console. You know, I think you need to know that going into it. The first time you buy, when something is first released, it's not going to be perfect. That's the cold hard truth. You know, there's going to be things that you find out. You know, like we thought. I don't know. I mean, no matter what it is, there's going to be ways to improve it.
Yeah, well, and again, we're all taking this from the perspective like Nintendo created this, and they're releasing it as like the accessory that everybody needs to buy. But it's the people behind Monster Hunter.
I guess the biggest thing is that, yeah, Capcom is the biggest proponent behind it because they want it there for their new game. And Monster Hunter is a huge game.
Right.
I was talking with Sean, our news director, and we had already pretty much said that, you know, between the 3DS and the Vita, which one's going to be most successful depends on which one gets Monster Hunter first. That's what it comes down to, because that's how big it is in Japan.
Yeah, that's true. Because when I went over there last year for TGS, it was crazy. That was the game of the show. Like that was the game that everybody 2-hour, 3-hour lines just to see.
Yeah, and you said no one cares about it.
I don't care about it, so nobody cares about it. That's my narrow-mindedness.
Yeah,
right there.
that's great.
Anyway, good God.
Okay.
I feel like there's some like wall right here today, Jared. Is everything okay?
Break down that wall, Jay.
Yeah, break it down. I'm trying to break it down and wrap you up. And
That's
give you
sexual
a-
harassment.
Oh, man, again.
So speaking of
God.
Nintendo problems,
Yeah.
because the 3DS isn't enough, let's go on to the Wii U.
All right.
Which has been a lot of inside sources have been saying that the Wii U is having a lot of development problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Surprise?
Surprise,
maybe.
surprise,
Well,
like-
let's see. They're saying that the final design of the tablet controller was, quote, rush out the door.
Well,
So-
it's like fucking huge and awkward.
Well, it's
so.
not necessarily like just the look of it, but just like the internal things.
Oh, okay.
So like how it actually works itself. And they're saying they're having a lot of problems with the wireless functionality. They're saying the tablet has problems just connecting wirelessly to the Wii U. Even just connected, tethered to the Wii U, it's having problems streaming the games.
Oh no.
This is rough, man.
Now, apparently, they're also saying that they were expecting the system to be released sometime in June of next year. But now they're saying probably not, might get delayed a couple months to like September, October.
Well,
Well, that's good though. That they're gonna
Christmas.
address all this shit.
okay. Is the Wii U doomed? Is it doomed?
No, it's Nintendo.
Okay. Mommy's. See, but that's the thing though. Will the people who bought the Wii want to buy the exact same console with a U at the end of it? Because that's how they're going to view it. They're going to view it as what is the difference between Wii and Wii U?
Yeah.
I can
You
see
know?
that.
We already talked about how dumb the name of the Wii U is. Like, I understand why they said that, so that people realize that get people to think
the
they can
Wii.
use their current Wii stuff on the Wii U, which is true, but it's just going to confuse people. They're
Okay.
just going to think it's like a new model of their current Wii,
So you've got the
and not an all-new system.
you got the confused people, right? You know, you got the confused people who are not going to buy it because they're confused, right? And you got the hardcore audience where the games are, where the development teams are already saying, okay, this is a bitch to work with, and I'm not going to be able to develop anything super awesome in this, right? So you're alienating the hardcore fans who want the hardcore games. So what's left in there?
It all just depends on. I mean, they've got a lot of time before launch, and
What's left?
with every console. It depends on what they're going to be able to do at launch, and what titles can
What's
be acquired
left
for it, so.
are the people who want to play Mario and Zelda.
Which is still pretty substantial.
Look, that's how they showcased the Wii U,
It is.
Zelda,
It's true.
because they know that's what brings
Yeah.
in the hardcore people. They should have just called it the Super Wii.
Super Wii.
I mean,
It would have been a better name.
like
It would have been a better
Nintendo
name.
and Super Nintendo, that made it pretty clear, and they were different. But Wii and Wii U just makes it seem like an add-on, instead of just
Yeah.
a new Super Wii.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, 100%, which may be the first time today.
Super Wii. Okay, that's hard news.
Okay, great. There you go. That is hard news for this week. What's the middle segment this week? Nothing, because we have 6 news story desks to hit this week, because I promised them to you, and we're going to deliver. So it's time for the SideScroller News Desk.
Hitting the music.
Hitting the
Change it up
music?
there. Yeah.
All right, I have these in my email.
It sounded more like a command.
I received this one from a crap
Hit the
ton of
music,
people.
hitting the music.
I pulled this one from a crap ton of people. Thank you for suggesting these.
Multiple
new ones.
people sent it in?
Yes.
That must be a good one.
Awesome.
All right. This one, we'll say this is from G1 Super 1. Okay, this is the he was the first one to send it in, or they were. Okay, so in Florida, first off,
Where in Florida?
Yes.
we're going to St. Petersburg. Yeah,
Okay.
St. Petersburg.
We've had a
Florida.
few from there.
Yeah, St. Petersburg is like
Something
the
in the water, man.
Yeah, they're messed
Something
up.
in the Florida.
All right, it's like the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. It's right on the coast. Yeah, right on the Gulf Coast. Okay, so first off, don't read any of that stuff. What's that lady look like?
Mean?
She looks very mean.
Like she's addicted
Or
to meth.
unhappy, or she's been hitting people.
Well, she's a vampire. She's a vampire.
All right. Now I
okay.
see it.
22-year-old woman makes her way out to the local Hooters, which has been closed down.
Okay.
The Hooters has been closed, and there's this guy. This sounds so old and homely and like Boxcar Willie-ish. Milton Ellis. Milton Ellis, who's 69 years old, had fallen asleep on the porch of a deserted Hooters in St. Petersburg when he woke up to find Josephine Rebecca Smith, 22, on top of him.
And he was like,
All right. I knew I fell asleep in front of this Hooters.
So he woke up. Yeah, I know. so he wakes up, finds this girl, and she looks at him and she goes, "I'm a vampire," and starts gnawing at his face.
and he goes, yeah!
She starts gnawing at his face, and then
And then a surprise twist, he raped her. I'm sorry.
this is not politically correct.
I'm sorry.
All right. She proceeds to bite him, tearing off chunks of his face and parts of his lip.
Oh my
right?
Not a
God.
very good vampire.
And you're like, oh my God, what is wrong with
That's
this?
just a cannibal, not a vampire.
I know.
So he fell asleep on the ground, and while she's attacking, she's claiming she's a vampire, starts biting him, and with blood dripping from bite marks on his neck and cheek, he managed to scramble to... This is the best part of the whole story.
Does he grab a steak?
No, he managed to scramble to his motorized wheelchair
Oh my God.
and reach a near Shell station, where he called police.
Reach a Shell station. You'll never get me alive.
I know. I picture this like just chick running, and like you just, just.
It's a like super powered.
Some neighbors like just sweeping her porch, just sees us run by.
Yeah, exactly.
The hell's
Another
going
day
on?
in Florida.
Like whoever runs the hover round company should go find this guy, because that just be the next. They can throw that on there. You
It
know?
helps you avoid vampires.
Exactly.
So say you're working at the gas station, and you're just kind of there, tending your business, and this guy comes in, is all bloody. A vampire's attacking me.
Milton, you're
What do you
drunk
say?
again. You know.
Milton, gosh darn it, you've been out of that Hooters, and we always told you that place is going to be trouble.
Oh my.
So needless to say, she got arrested.
She got arrested, $50,000 bail. Now, the thing is, she obviously didn't remember any of this.
Oh, because she's a vampire and she doesn't know.
well,
That's not how it works.
Yeah, and apparently she didn't disintegrate in the sunlight either. So congratulations. So
she's a terrible vampire.
I just hold up a mirror and just be like, explain this.
So, anyways, congratulations and good job, G1s, for sitting that in.
Awesome.
All right.
That's a good story to start off with.
I don't know how you could top that.
All right. Well, you can't. Yeah, you really can't. All right. Let's go with this one. This was from G1 Adam. No, G1 Red X242.
All right.
All right. So you get this is a quick hitter. Woman gets pulled over. She asks for an ID. What'd she pull out? A bag of pot. Probably not the smartest thing to do.
What?
Pocket.
She's speeding. Officer says, "Hey, what do you? Can you show me your ID?" And she goes, "Whoop," and she pulls out a bag of pot instead of her ID, which it's kind of hard to get those two mixed up, I guess. You know.
Yeah. I don't have my ID, officer, but I have weed.
Why's she drunk?
I don't know. She was probably drunk too.
To me, she was like absolutely petrified with fear and just didn't know what to do. Can I see your ID? Just hold it.
I'm sorry.
That's good stuff. Hey, guess where she's from? Guess where this story originated
Florida?
from? St. Petersburg.
Yes.
Man, we are knocking this out of the park.
2 for 2.
Maybe she just sold weed to the vampire lady.
All right.
That's why she didn't remember
Exactly.
it. Holy crap. They're
piecing
all
it together.
connected.
We're breaking
right.
this down. All right.
Well, don't worry, we'll find connections.
We're doing some
in this
Hardy
one.
Bars type of crap right here.
Yeah.
This one is from Hillsboro, Florida.
All right.
Okay. So there's an accident in the road.
Maybe she's in jail with the vampire girl. That would suck. All right, I'm sorry.
Accident, right? 2 people are dead.
That's terrible.
2 people are dead in this accident, and there's a lot of people on the slowing down with the road. No, slowing down and checking out the carnage. You know, they're rubberneckers. That's what rubberneckers do.
I want to see someone dead. It's the worst thing on the road. Like whenever there's an accident, people will slow down on the opposite end of the highway, not because they're trying to be cautious, but because they want to see
what
blood
happened.
and guts and see someone
Gawker's
die.
blocked, man.
That's terrible.
That's true.
Anyway, back to this.
So 2 people are dead. There is some serious issues, and this guy stops his car to get out to see if he can. People stop. They get out. They're like, "Hey, what can I do?" And this other guy stops out 20, and he tries to steal one of the cars of
The people who are stopped?
of the people who stopped. So he's like, "Sweet, free cars!"
You know, I can't necessarily blame him.
So, it's like he's always had that thought, you know? Like, that's how I'd see, like, somebody could just steal a car, and like, he's coming home, just got laid off from work, and then, he sees it, and he's like, you know what? Today's the day! And he just
Now's
goes
my
for it.
chance.
Exactly.
Quick side note, I always thought the best time to steal someone's car is right outside of a Family Video or Blockbuster, not that they really exist anymore.
Because they always leave it
Because
on.
like they drive up and they get out of the car and they leave the car running so they can drop off the video. Just stand there, and as soon as they drop off the video, you run the car. Their own damn fault.
Well, unless they have a 5-year-old
could
daughter
make up
in
a
the
movie
back,
for
which
it.
is
Then you hold her for ransom until
Wait,
you
there's
start
a kid in
sending
the
back
car?
bits.
Yeah, there's a 5-year-old
Wait.
kid in the car.
I'm sorry, I thought this was ridiculous enough. Like,
Yeah. So the 5-year-old daughter, he didn't get far because the truck actually didn't start. So he attempted to, but the truck didn't start.
Was the
And
girl concerned, or was she just like, "What are you doing?"
She goes, "Daddy." So anyways,
so you couldn't even get it to start?
it looks like the guy just got his ass kicked. I mean, look at that. Like
Yeah.
you think like the dad was like, "Man, don't be taking my truck" or whatever.
Maybe
and-
that's the fashion in Florida.
yes, headband.
Yeah, the head.
Gauze wrapped around your forehead.
Yes, gauze and broken noses and structure to your face.
Imagine how awkward that is, like, not being able to get the car started. Like, this guy just jumped in, and, like, everyone just gotta look at him, and now
this is
he's kind of gotta be like, come on, you would have done it. Like, yeah, exactly.
All right, so now let's go to somewhere in Florida. It doesn't really matter where this guy lives in Florida because I can tell you that this guy, Dale McDaniel, is the worst neighbor in the world. All right.
He looks like an angry Santa Claus.
Like an axe murderer.
If you put a swastika on his head, he's a dead ringer for Manson.
Manson, yeah, he is.
Pretty crazy.
Okay.
Anyways, so his name is Dale McDaniel. He's 52 years old, and he's been arrested 34 times because he is the worst neighbor in the world.
Okay.
He allegedly shouts obscenities at people and pisses in his trash-strewn front yard.
He just goes on his front yard.
Just whips it out and just lets it fly. Pretty much just constantly drinking, and he's tried to choke a bitch before.
Oh my God.
He's put a hand on. You've heard that expression, choke. Okay, just make it.
I don't know why you had to phrase it like that.
You've heard that before? You're hip to the lingo. He went to choke a bitch. I believe the term is
But
called.
the worst of the worst is
Okay.
so ridiculous. Why you would do this, I don't even know. But
Is this his most recent arrest?
yeah, dude is disabled. Poor guy, poor neighbor is disabled, quadriplegic.
Not this guy,
Not this guy, but his
His
neighbor.
neighbor is,
Okay.
right? His
Okay.
neighbor is a quadriplegic.
He's in a wheelchair. He just got attacked by a vampire, having a bad day.
Yeah, okay.
He's in a wheelchair, and McDaniel walks up and slaps him in the face with a fish. Because he can't do anything about it.
Oh my god.
That's not funny.
And it's not funny, but it's hilarious. All right.
You know, I'm sick of you not being able to walk. Come here, you. He's like, I got this fish. You know, like, where did that come into play? Like,
Again, I didn't see words exchange. I saw him walking up, see this guy in the wheelchair. Do something.
And then he pisses in his lawn.
G1 Nick sent this in. G1 Nicholas, good job on this. But the thing is, a reporter caught up with McDaniel,
And that's why.
and he was holding a beer, a cigarette, and a dead fish.
Still?
So he's just still holding on to it. You know,
This dead fish is the last
This is
thing I
my
had in my
fish.
previous life.
that was good stuff. So he told his neighbors,
Why?
when told his neighbors feared him, he said, "That's a good thing."
Oh my god.
And then he kissed his fish.
Holy crap!
I want to meet this guy.
That guy's amazing.
How many
Guys are
stories is
amazing.
that? Is that 3 stories now?
That's 4.
4? Okay.
They just keep getting better and better.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
All right, this one's from G1 Gazebo in
Florida?
No, it's in Ogden, Utah.
Oh,
actually.
Ogden, Utah.
Which
Okay.
Utah is actually close second place to the weird wacko places in the United States.
All right.
We've had Utah several times. Okay, so you are a guy, you like to,
Yes.
you're a butcher. You're a
Okay.
butcher, right? There's.
I like to kill animals.
You're not even a butcher. You're not even a butcher, right?
Okay.
You have a cow. What's the best place to slaughter that cow?
Front of a school.
Or your driveway, right?
Okay.
So this guy, police were called at 1:44 p.m., like in the afternoon. This is in the afternoon. Some guy
Kids
like,
are getting off of
God.
school.
well, this is
Bus pulls up.
well, this is even better. This is
Kids
on a
are walking
Sunday.
off.
This is on a Sunday.
Okay.
So it's like right after church. People are getting out of church or walking down the street, and
They were just talking about how life is precious and all God's creatures are all one and equal, and should treat them all
It's
with
Utah,
respect.
yes. They're probably Mormons, so they're all.
So this guy, this is how this story is retold. A caller then reported hearing a cow audibly mooing, followed by what sounded like a gunshot.
Wait.
And then the mooing stopped.
That's the best police report ever. I wonder what happened.
Filled up by a 4-year-old. There was a cow and I heard it mooing, and there was a gunshot, and then the mooing stopped.
How do you hear that moon?
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
The patrolman arrived at the scene, and his quote was, "The cow was in the process of losing its head." That was the patrolman's quote right there.
Okay.
It's process.
The man was sawing the animal's neck. The owner denied shooting the cow on the premises, telling the officer the animal had been dispatched outside the city limits, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, it's not illegal to butcher an animal in
That's horrible,
in
though.
your front yard or lawn or driveway or whatever it may be. But the moral of the story is that, and this is morals because we are in Utah. The moral of the story is that he did get in trouble for being a public inconvenience, annoyance, or causing alarm. So
Or causing alarm?
Which
You can
doesn't
get a ticket for that?
yeah.
That doesn't seem nearly as bad as slaughtering an animal in your front yard.
Well, it's also you can't shoot a gun in city limits as well.
Okay.
So he may have got an.
So a cop walks out, just, "Hey, officer!"
You hungry?
What's going on?
I got the grill going.
The head's got the best meat.
All right.
Ah,
Final story. This one is from G1 Torque Glare.
okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, repeat story. Vampire attack. Sorry.
Ah.
I thought I got that all squared away.
Well, hey, he got his name said.
Do you have a 6th one lined up?
I did. The thing is, I received like 20-something stories from G1s this past week, so it's really good stuff.
Instant Google search now for crazy story.
No. I have more. I just got to
Okay.
pull them up real quick.
fine.
I promised 6.
I'll
I'm
try
gonna
to
go
get
Oh,
it
with-
back up.
we got one.
Oh, you have one?
I think we got.
I got one that was sent to me.
All right, I'm going to read this
Okay.
one straight up. Okay, this one is from Chicago, home of President Obama. All right. A shirtless man swinging a 35-inch samurai sword while marching along an Indiana interstate was arrested Sunday afternoon.
Back up. Say that again.
Okay, yeah, please.
A shirtless man swinging a 35-inch samurai sword
Okay.
was arrested while marching along the Indiana interstate. Was arrested.
Marching?
Yes.
Okay.
Like he's directing a band.
Yeah.
The man, who appeared to be in his 40s but refused to give police his name, told officers.
What's your name? No.
He said he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh.
According to the Chicago
And I will
Times.
kill the next man who says I'm not.
This guy's- It's all a ploy. He's like, what's the next genius lawsuit? Right? You remember the McDonald's and the hot coffee and shit? He's sitting here and then the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs commercial comes on. He's like, what if it actually makes you go crazy?
He's gonna sue
He's
General
gonna
Mills.
sue General Mills.
The man was marching like a drum major, holding his sword, moving it up and down in rhythm with his marching cadence. So just like, you know.
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And when the cops arrived, he actually, the man defensively swung a sword at an approaching state trooper.
Oh no.
Which is bad news.
That was a fun, harmless story until now he goes to jail.
But then he dropped it when in compliance with the orders command.
With the taser.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, way to go. He was charged with attempting.
Attempted manslaughter?
Sorry, there's more to this story. He then tried to force himself into an SUV that swerved and stopped on the inner shoulder to avoid hitting the police. While so he tried to
Tried to get away, but the cop was in front of him?
and he was charged with attempting carjacking, resisting law enforcement, and possession of marijuana.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
There
So
it
he
is.
wasn't actually cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He was
Hi for that.
Very good stuff. All right, that was from G1 Rhino 9283.
Nice.
Very good. So there's your 6 stories
Some
this
awesome
week.
stories.
My gosh.
Yes, way to go, G1s. You guys did a great job this week. So
I feel like at some point, Florida should like tap itself out on the crazy stories. But where there's 10 more will like exponentially just recreate themselves.
Yeah.
It's true.
It'll never deplete of its crazy resources.
The people get released from jail or they have kids and they'll just continuously perpetuate. But I have an idea. So
Yes?
way back when we did the Saggies, we had the awards and we sent them out, right? For the shittiest games and the best games. What if we make an award and send it to the governor of Florida?
you in the craziest fucking state
Like,
in the world.
let's make an award and let's send it to him. It'd be hilarious.
You make that happen? Yeah.
I think it'd be funny.
It'll be his one saving grace for actually being the governor of Florida. Like, this is the worst place
A token
ever.
of appreciation.
Acknowledgement.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take anything I can get.
All right, very good. So that's the news desk for this week. Great job, G1s.
Wow.
Very, very nice. If you guys like to continue sending me stories, I'll definitely continue to read them. Craig at ScrewAttack.com.
You say you like 20 other ones still.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have a million of them.
Okay.
So just keep them coming. We want to keep them relevant, of course. Because funny stories, they never die. All right, what do we got? Chad, foreign questions.
Seamlessly transitioning yet again. Oh no, I had pulled up my email. Okay, first up, we have a video question from Johnny Noobhead.
Hi there, this is Johnny Noobhead here, and I was just wondering, with the news of the 3DS getting an extra thumbstick as of last week, what would you say is the worst gimmick that could be added to a console or handheld?
Worst gimmick ever for a handheld? Obviously, there's only one answer to that. That's the Virtual Boy, Holmes. That is the worst gimmick in history.
See, I was gonna say the Vita.
I was gonna say the Vita's back touchscreen.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
But you haven't
Although
played with it
Virtual
yet.
Boy kind of tops it.
Yeah, I mean, you never played with it. You know, yes, doing this to allow you to climb is really gay and really retarded, but hey, whatever.
It's also
Its
not
existence.
the Virtual Boy's not a
angers
handheld.
me.
I know they claim it's a handheld
I
portable
remember-
system, but no.
Yeah, they tried to market it. They're like, take it anywhere, and like this.
That was the idea, is that you could take it on the go. Can you imagine some guy in the subway setting up his Virtual Boy? All very Keith Apicary.
It's either that or that that one system, the Gizmodo maybe, that had like the ads on the
Gizmondo?
system.
Gizmondo.
Gizmondo that you had to like watch to play games.
It was like backed by the Mafia.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Back touchscreen Vita is my thing.
All right, what else?
Next up, we have another video question. This one from Super Trekkie 4.
So I got a bit of a strange question, but somebody had to ask it. Have any of you guys seen or watched My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? And bro-hoofed any brony G1s out there?
Jared's face.
The answer is no.
Did you just say brony G1s?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called bronies. People who like My Little Pony, like there's like a whole like subculture.
Yeah, man.
They get into this
You
shit.
heard about this? Friendship's magic.
I have not watched
I am not
them yet.
claiming to understand. I tried to understand. I went to
You
that-
watched an episode?
No, God no. I went to that.
You didn't try that hard then, Jared.
No, what's that YouTube show that's like understanding your meme or knowing your meme or whatever?
Right, yeah.
They had one on like the whole My Little Pony craze, and I watched it to try to understand, and I still don't.
I haven't watched it yet. I heard it's something about the animation. Everybody freaks out over it,
Yeah.
and one of them has retarded eyes, and they kept it that
I heard
way.
about retarded eyes.
Yeah. No, listen, this is hilarious, actually.
What is wrong with people?
Here.
Which they explained
uh,
in that YouTube thing.
Yeah, they
The only thing
here,
I
go
saw
for it.
was they have a clip from the show where one of the ponies does like this huge like flight thing and goes straight down to the ground and makes this huge like sonic boom thing, but rainbows were coming out of her ass. So they put Guile's theme to it.
Why are people so obsessed with My Little Ponies right now?
I don't know its name.
We should do a video about it.
We should.
There it is. The retarded one.
Its eyes like do that. It was an error in like the program that whatever did the
So the
visuals.
entire episode had what they called derp eyes.
Yeah, it was like just all retarded and shit. So then, but people loved it. I know, but people loved it, so they kept it. So that character now forever has the
And the
retard
fact that
eyes.
his name is Muffin is great.
Is that its actual name?
No, I don't know. It just, I just said
I
that.
only know it as Derpy.
Anyway,
See, okay. That is an error. That was an error that obviously was not done on. It wasn't done purposely, right?
are you gonna tie this?
But
in?
what is so politically correct about that?
What?
You go derp. Like what is derp pertain to?
They didn't do it. They just had eyes.
But they're holding on to it. They're keeping it.
Maybe it has the best vision of all the ponies, Greg. It can see everywhere at all times.
It would only be better if that was like the leader of the My Little Ponies.
Let's go do this. I can never take him seriously.
We gotta trust that pony? Oh man.
Oh, that's good.
You never look at him in the eye. I'll edit it out. I was at,
What? Edit what out?
I was at Anime Fest
Don't edit
a
that
couple
out.
weekends ago.
Now I'm talking, so you can't edit
And
it out.
there's actually a couple of guys I was hanging out with, and they were older than I was. They were like 26, 28, somewhere around that age.
What's older than me?
Well, I was actually trying to figure out their ages.
joking.
But anyway, and they're like, dude, I love My Little Ponies. Do you want to watch some with me? It's like, no. But they were like genuinely obsessed with it, and I like all around the con I saw these little pins of ponies, and people had like pony art.
God.
There's some really weird ones of like Sephiroth as a pony and crap like that.
It's weird, dude. Like, people really get into it. They're called bronies, again.
No. Next question.
All right, next up, we have a third video question from a guy who I have no idea how to pronounce it. So, there it is
Try
on
it.
the screen.
I want you to try.
Azohidanoaz. Azohidanoaz. All right, go.
Hey ScrewAttack, if you could have one video game character as your best friend, who would it be and why? Cheers.
Okay, we've gotten lover and wingman, but never best friend.
Best friend is someone you want to hang out with?
Yeah, you know, so just best friend, all-encompassingly.
Oh man,
Uh-oh.
that's pretty tough.
Yeah, that is.
I'm
tough.
gonna say Mega Man,
Why? Why Mega Man?
because I'll never lose him. No, he's...
Seems kind of busy.
Well, it's true.
He's got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah,
he's
like-
got cool things that you could play with.
You know, like your first.
No. Sorry.
Like his dog, you idiot.
Well, he has a dog already.
Not a robot dog with
It's
a spring
true.
in its back.
That would be...
And Flip Top. Don't forget about Flip Top.
I need to get upstairs. Hey, Rush! Like,
Broing.
All right.
I don't know, I think Mega Man would be cool.
Let's see. The initial first thought is go to Street Fighter, right?
Right.
But then I was like, Zangief would be cool. But then he'd want to kick your ass all the time. He's a
Right.
fighter, right? He wrestles bears, you know.
Correct.
So
He would train you. You would die in the process.
yeah, exactly. You get a spinning pile driver, you're dead. So then you start thinking about the other big big guy. I got it. Hubert. I want Hubert as my best friend.
Hubert?
Because he only says one thing, and it's curse words, right?
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, which is hilarious. Curse words are funny.
You win. I see where you're going.
Okay, and the fact that he apparently can jump off ledges and not kill himself. He comes back to life. He's always be in your corner.
And he's definitely a conversation starter. You walk
What
up,
the hell
what
is
the
that?
fuck is that thing? And it just, says fuck you. So like,
Works out.
I like Hubert.
Hubert's the man.
Jared,
I can't top that.
your video game best friend?
My first thought was Garrus from Mass Effect. Just because he's such a cool guy. He used to be part of Citadel Security, but then he kind of went rogue. Got the name of Archangel. Total badass. I'm nerding out, but He'd be the kind of
not
alien,
lover.
He'd be the
best
alien
friend.
dude I would want to go out and buy him a beer.
Okay.
Be like, you're a cool dude.
And
Here
make
you
out
go,
Getting him
man.
drunk.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
so loyal, and he will follow me to the very end.
To the
So
bedroom.
he'll be very supportive.
He will follow you straight to your bed. It's so it sounds like you're like, dude, I'll buy him a drink, and he'll follow me to the
Sorry,
end.
I was gonna give you shit and put you in that situation, but just the thought of you
No
and Hubert,
which is weird nose thing.
this weird mouth thing.
And all he says, he just goes, fuck! Yes, Hubert.
Again!
Absolutely. Whatever you say, Hubert.
Oh man. I'm sorry.
It's been a good day today.
Brian just was like, yeah.
And every time he jumps on the bed, you have different colored sheets.
It's always.
All right, what else? Is it birthdays?
That's it. Let's do some birthdays. Craig set the challenge of go fielding, which he made it sound almost
Very
like a sport.
broad
Like,
term.
Yeah. So these are who we have. These are the people we have who went fielding. First up, Kenny Canuck, who is fielding, and he's looking down. He almost looks a little sad. I think he was going for badass, but it just looks a little sad. So just hang in there, buddy. Then we've got Oscar Sandro, who is epically standing in a field with sunglasses and a popped collar.
It's nice.
Yes. Then we have Daniel Jers, who's fielding, and it looks like an album cover. There's like the perfect distance, like he's in the middle. It looks like it could be an album cover. And then we've got the Gothic Gaming Nerd, who I think he's in a field, but you can't tell because he took the picture at night. So it's just him in black, and he's holding a toy
went
gun.
night fielding.
Night
Touche,
fielding. that's true.
excellent. Watch out for those zombies.
And then,
Vampire ladies.
as you said it in right at the very end, you wanted to see somebody dressed as a field. So, Flight of Eternity has obliged you,
Oh no.
and he is dressing up
What a wonderful man.
as a field. He has a ghillie suit, and there he is.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Hold up.
Excellent
Where are the
job.
sunglasses?
He might have them on. That would be good. The sunglasses are right on top.
I actually got a pretty good one right here. This guy, I forwarded this to you, Chad, just now. G1 Pyrolum, right? He went out to go fielding, right? And on his way out, he started thinking about Mega Man 2 and the ending of Mega Man 2. So he put together like a little Mega Man 2 thing. So it's pretty good stuff.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Mega Man 3 actually, the Proto Man Cloud.
Yeah.
So. All right. So there you go.
Wow. Those
That's
are actually
awesome.
pretty cool.
Congrats on existing, guys.
That
Very
was
nice.
not the worst idea you've ever had.
It wasn't.
Hurricane
Which we
Irene
know
was the
was.
worst idea you've ever had.
Don't put that in his head, because now he has to come up with something.
Yeah. Let's hear this.
All right. All right.
What's
So,
in the mind of Craig?
well, we've done natural disasters.
Oh no.
We've done natural disasters before. Oh no, that just popped in my head, and I'm not gonna repeat what just popped in my head.
Do it.
I'll tell you guys afterwards.
All right. Is SideScrollers extended?
Yes.
All the shit we can't show you.
Too
Oh,
hardcore
no.
for the internet.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right.
Hold on to that.
All right. All right.
What's your challenge?
Woo.
I liked your little lockdown.
Yeah.
All right. As you know, the football season has begun.
gosh.
The NFL football season has begun, and Tony Romo cost the Dallas Cowboys a victory against the New York Jets, which happened on
Sports.
Sunday night.
Sports.
This is a sports thing,
Sports.
so I need you to dress as the female version of Tony Romo,
Who's Tony Romo?
because he is a big bitch for costing the Cowboys a game.
It's a game.
So, Brian, what do you think about that?
Yep.
Does it make sense?
I know who it is, but half the people in this room don't.
Well, I know. Just do a quick search. Just a quick Tony Romo. search. That's all you do on Google, and you got to dress as the female version of him because he's
Female version?
because he's playing like a little bitch right now.
So put on a black wig and stuff your shirt.
There's
That's
that
all you gotta
politically
do.
correct thing coming around again.
Just saying. All right, there you go.
Okay. Female Tony Romo.
And
is
as
your
always,
birthday challenge.
if you're a girl, you can just send in a picture.
Of course.
It's always the
Stipulation.
Right.
You're welcome, G1s.
Yeah.
All right.
So
there you go. All right, so that is SideScrollers for this week. If you are an Advantage member, make sure you head to ScrewAttack and check out the SideScrollers Extended Cut. Extra 10 minutes after the show. If you're not an Advantage member, you can sign up at ScrewAttack for extremely cheap, and you get no ads on anything you want on the site. So it's great.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so that is SideScrollers for this week. We'll see you guys next time. As always, go to ScrewAttack for all your news, trailers, and original content. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig.
I'm Chad.
And I'm Jared.
For SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. Bye-bye.